are the best, all to help prevent cancer and dementia. Hello everyone, are there still some of you who haven't subscribed? If you hit the subscribe and like right now, please share this video with your loved ones. I promise that I will keep bringing you the best health information. Today's star is the tomato. Ranked among the top 10 superfoods by Time magazine, a true miracle food. Tomatoes are rich in nutrients like vitamin C, potassium, and dietary fiber. They're lycopene, an antioxidant. There's even a fun saying that goes, when tomatoes ripen red, doctors turn pale. Implying that eating tomatoes keeps you healthy enough to stay away from doctors. But wait! Did you know that even with health-boosting tomatoes, there are foods that can harm your health when eaten together? So, let's find out together. We'll look at the 3 worst foods to eat with tomatoes that could negatively impact, and the 3 best foods to pair with tomatoes. First off, the absolute worst combination with tomatoes is sugar. Are you surprised? On hot summer days, it's not uncommon to sprinkle a generous amount of sugar on tomatoes, add some ice, and enjoy them sweetly, or even pickle them in sugar. But let me tell you, sugar and tomatoes are a terrible match. This is because sugar destroys the nutritional value of tomatoes. Even if you're eating them for health, sprinkling sugar on top negates all benefits. When we eat, the body uses vitamin B to break down sugar. So when you sprinkle sugar on tomatoes, it uses up the vitamin B in the tomatoes, reducing the amount that gets absorbed by our body. Moreover, the intake of sugar raises blood sugar levels, which is an even bigger problem. We all know sugar is bad for our health, right? Of course, having tomatoes sprinkled with a bit of sugar once in a while isn't a problem. However, our diet isn't about just one food item, it's about the bigger picture. The issue arises when we consume refined carbohydrates and sugar-raising meals regularly and then top it off with sugary foods for dessert. According to data analyzed by the FDA regarding our national sugar intake, we're already exceeding the recommended amounts in our regular meals. And the habit of having sweet desserts is causing our yearly sugar consumption to seriously spike. Frequently consuming foods loaded with sugar can actually shrink your brain, especially the hippocampus, which is the center of memory. Guess what happens when your brain shrinks? Since the hippocampus is crucially related to brain functions such as reasoning, planning, judgment, and memory, this definitely increases the risk of dementia. And beyond type 2 diabetes, it can even raise the risk of cancer. For the sake of your health, it's crucial to cut down on sugar intake starting today. So, how should we enjoy tomatoes? The first best food combination I recommend with tomatoes is, surprisingly, salt. Sounds a bit strange, doesn't it? You might be thinking, sugar and salt. Both are bad for health and should be reduced. Of course, consuming them in large amounts is not really good, but pairing tomatoes with a little salt is beneficial. Especially since tomatoes are very rich in vitamin C, which is essential for collagen production and fighting cancer. Not only does it protect your health, but it also keeps your skin healthy and youthful. However, the issue is that the vitamin C in tomatoes easily oxidizes when it comes into contact with oxygen in the air. Sprinkling salt on the cut surface of tomatoes creates a thin barrier that helps prevent the oxidation of vitamin C. Still worried about sodium and blood pressure? Tomatoes are very rich in potassium, which lowers blood pressure and reduces the risk of cardiovascular diseases. When you sprinkle salt on tomatoes, it balances out the potassium and sodium, leading to a positive effect on cell and energy metabolism. Furthermore, the salt sprinkled on tomatoes is expelled from the body through the diuretic action of potassium. Doesn't significantly increase blood pressure or cause other side effects. Feel free to enjoy it without worry. Secondly, the absolute no-go when it comes to pairing with tomatoes is spinach. You might think it's beneficial to eat foods rich in vitamin C, like tomatoes, with iron-rich spinach, especially if you have anemia or diabetes. And you're right. However, for those with weak kidneys, this combination is particularly harmful. The issue lies with oxalates. Tomatoes, which can accumulate calcium in the body, are rich in oxalates. And when it comes to oxalates, spinach is perhaps the most notorious source. Even if you're not familiar with the name, you probably know that spinach should always be blanched in boiling water before eating. When oxalates bind with calcium in the blood, they form small, sharp crystals that accumulate in the body and can lead to stones. This can cause muscle pain, reduced muscle strength, and even lead to kidney stones and cancer. Blanching or boiling can effectively remove oxalates. So those with weak kidneys should make sure to cook spinach and tomatoes this way. Pay attention here. There's an even bigger reason not to mix tomatoes and spinach. Iron in spinach can interfere with the absorption of lycopene from tomatoes. The reason tomatoes are hailed as a superfood is precisely because of this lycopene content. Lycopene is a miraculous ingredient that acts as a powerful antioxidant, reducing oxidative stress and inflammation in the body and preventing cancer. Research has shown that lycopene has incredible effects in preventing various cancers, including lung, prostate, breast, and colon cancer. It's also great for vascular health, offering protection against arteriosclerosis and cardiovascular diseases. However, according to research from an American medical team, consuming tomatoes with spinach can cut the absorption rate of this miraculous ingredient, lycopene, by half. So, from now on, it's best to avoid eating tomatoes and spinach together. Instead of spinach, the second best food combination I recommend with tomatoes is the king of proteins, meat. In fact, tomatoes pair wonderfully with all proteins, including eggs, meat, and tofu. While tomatoes are packed with vitamins, beta-carotene, lycopene, and minerals, there's just one thing they lack: the protein. Pairing them with high-quality proteins perfectly complements their nutritional profile. Among these, meat, in particular, is highly recommended. Hold on a moment. Are there any of you who believe consuming meat is bad for your health? Not at all. As you age, it's essential to include meat in your diet. The main reason is protein. Protein is a crucial component of our body, forming cells, muscles, enzymes, and hormones. A lack of protein intake can lead to harming your dental health by receding gums or causing hair loss, and an inability to produce enough immune cells or antibodies to fight diseases. Of course, beans and tofu are excellent sources of protein. But plant-based proteins often lack essential amino acids or have them in smaller quantities. Animal proteins like meat are much more easily absorbed by the body than plant-based proteins, making them increasingly important as digestion weakens with age. Moreover, protein affects not just the muscles in our body but also the muscles in our mind. Tryptophan found in meat is a precursor to serotonin, known as the happiness hormone, making it excellent for depression and mental health. Especially, the vitamin B found in pork activates brain functions, preventing dementia. But pay attention here. There's one issue with consuming such beneficial meat. Our body's fluids are alkaline, while meat is acidic. This is where our star, the tomato, comes into play. Tomatoes, being a representative alkaline food, when eaten with acidic meat, greatly aid in protein digestion and reduce stomach stress, making them a perfect match. Plus, the rich fiber content in tomatoes helps maintain a regular digestive system and prevents constipation, ensuring gastrointestinal health. The third worst tomato-based food for your health is tomato ketchup. Ketchup is the most famous sauce, often paired with fries or processed foods. While these foods are problematic in themselves, ketchup adds to the issue. A single tablespoon of ketchup contains about 4 grams of sugar, which is more than what's found in many chocolate snacks. But that's not all. A closer look at the nutritional content of ketchup reveals it's full of high fructose corn syrup, salt, synthetic colorants, and spices, including numerous sweeteners and food additives. Some people believe that ketchup, containing tomatoes, is healthier compared to other sauces. However, the tomatoes in ketchup, due to processing in various additives, have already had their nutrients destroyed. So, the third and ultimate pairing I recommend with tomatoes is definitely olive oil. Here's an interesting tip. Tomatoes actually offer more health benefits when cooked rather than eaten raw. This is because heating tomatoes breaks down their cell walls, allowing the antioxidant lycopene to dissolve more easily. Now, here's the kicker. You can dramatically increase the absorption of lycopene by up to 9 times, simply by cooking tomatoes in olive oil. Lycopene loves fat because it's fat-soluble, meaning it's absorbed much better with fats. And olive oil, rich in omega-3s, is the perfect companion. Olive oil's oleic acid is a good fat that helps lower bad LDL cholesterol and protect your heart. It also helps increase the good HDL cholesterol, keeping your heart and blood vessels healthy. Plus, the polyphenol in olive oil create a powerful synergy with tomatoes' lycopene, turning this combo into a top-notch cancer fighter. Tomatoes are special because the way you cook them changes their nutritional value. Eat tomatoes raw for vitamin C. Or cook them to get even more lycopene benefits. So, whether you're adding fresh tomatoes to a salad with some olive oil or cooking them, always use olive oil to get the most benefits. So far, we've explored 3 foods that are the worst to pair with tomatoes, and 3 that are the best. Then it's time to summarize. Skip the sugar with tomatoes, and go for a sprinkle of salt instead. Instead of pairing them with oxalate-rich spinach, opt for protein-packed meats. And ditch the tomato ketchup, in favor of cooking with olive oil. How does that sound? I hope by choosing the right companions for the nutritious tomato, and preparing them well, you'll safeguard your health. Thank you so much for having fun with me. If you found today's guide helpful, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. And please, do share this video with your loved ones. I'll always be here praying for your health and happiness. This has been your Dr. John. Thank you. Did you know that eating carrots with this can lead to cancer and dementia? Every food has its best and worst combinations for health. Eating foods that don't mix well can actually harm your body and might even lead to cancer and dementia. Knowing these and incorporating them into your diet is the best habit for your health. Today's star is the carrot. You're probably aware of how good carrots are for your body. As a leading example of green and yellow vegetables, they're not only beautiful in color, but also offer great benefits. The vitamin A and carotene in carrots are absorbed by the body and are especially good for eye health. They're rich in plant fiber and contain components that activate bifidobacteria in the gut, making them excellent for intestinal health. Carrots are also abundant in folate, which helps prevent aging, and contain glucocorticoid substances that provide anti-inflammatory and anti-allergy benefits, truly making them a superfood. Especially notable is the carrot's long shelf life, making it one of the best foods to store. If you dry them off and seal them properly in the fridge, their nutritional quality can be preserved for a long time, allowing you to enjoy them all year round. But did you know, as beneficial as carrots are, there are certain foods that when eaten with them can actually harm your health? Let's now explore 3 foods that are the worst combinations with carrots. In terms of preventing cancer and dementia, 3 foods that are the best combinations, and even the best recipes to use them in. Firstly, the worst combination with carrots is surprisingly jamber. Carrots and jambers are often eaten together in a Cobb salad, and there are many recipes that include both. Some people also consume raw carrots and jambers, especially during exercise for hydration. However, shockingly, carrots and jambers are a terrible match. Carrots contain a high amount of an oxidase enzyme called ascorbate oxidase. When eaten with vegetables high in vitamin C like jamber, this enzyme can destroy all the vitamin C. So, does this mean you should never eat carrots and oil together? There is a way around it. If you sauté carrots in a pan with a little oil, it reduces the enzyme's activity, thereby preserving vitamin C. Therefore, for your health, it's better to eat carrots sautéed in oil rather than raw. Wait! Some people add vinegar to inhibit the enzyme activity. However, you should only use a little vinegar as it can destroy the beta-carotene, which is beneficial for eye health and carrots. Then, the first food I recommend as the best combination with carrots is the apple. Carrots are rich in carotene and vitamin A. When eaten with apples, which are abundant in vitamin C and potassium, they complement each other's benefits, creating a synergistic effect that makes them an excellent match. Recommended recipes include carrot apple salad or carrot apple juice. Also, lemon pairs very well with carrots, so be sure to add lemon juice when making carrot juice. The citric acid in lemon not only prevents the destruction of vitamin C, but also enhances the absorption of nutrients, maximizing their benefits. Recently, the ABC Health juice made from apple, beet, and carrot, as well as detox juice made from boiling cabbage and carrots, have become incredibly popular. However, be cautious with commercially available juices. Upon investigation, it turns out that many products contain more liquid and sugar than expected. It's well known that sugar is not good for your body, but liquid fructose is even worse than sugar. Liquid fructose, being much sweeter and cheaper, is widely used in numerous food products. Compared to sugar or the fructose found in fruits, it more readily binds with proteins in the blood, creating glycation and products that trigger chronic inflammation and lead to cardiovascular diseases, becoming a major health hazard. Additionally, fructose is easily accumulated in the liver, significantly increasing the risk of fatty liver disease and atherosclerosis, so it's essential to be wary of it. Moreover, investigations have revealed that zero drinks, which claim to contain no sugar, sometimes contain aspartame, a controversial carcinogen. Therefore, always read the nutrition label on the back of the product carefully before making a purchase. Avoid products that list liquid fructose, corn syrup, or artificial sweeteners as ingredients. The second worst food for your health is stir-fried carrots. It might sound odd since I previously mentioned that carrots cooked with oil can be beneficial. But the key factor is the type of oil used. Have you been using oil extracted from soybean or corn to enhance the flavor? The problem lies with these omega-6 oils. Soybean and corn oils, rich in omega-6, can induce inflammation and thrombosis in the body. There are numerous studies indicating that omega-6 oils can lead to cardiovascular diseases and brain disorders like dementia. So what kind of oil should you use? The answer is omega-3 oils. Omega-3 helps balance the excessive intake of omega-6, and is essential because our bodies cannot produce it. Remember to incorporate oils rich in omega-3, such as oil from olive, fish, flaxseed, and vegetarian algal into your diet. The second best food combination with carrots is eggs. Vitamin A in carrots is a crucial nutrient for our health and vision. Essential for the formation of ribopsin, which is vital for seeing in low light conditions. Vitamin A also helps in the formation and protection of skin and mucous membranes, making it an important component. Carrots contain a high amount of lutein and lycopene, which are essential for health. When consumed with eggs, the vitamin B group found in eggs works in synergy with the nutrients in carrots. This combination not only enhances the health benefits, but also aids in recovery from fatigue. Therefore, it's highly recommended to eat carrots with eggs. Especially when eggs are boiled or poached, they are easily digested and absorbed, with minimal loss of nutrients. Remember to include this combination in your diet, for its synergistic health benefits. The third worst food for the prevention of cancer and dementia is fried vegetables, including fried carrots. You might think that frying vegetables, which are inherently healthy, would be okay. However, this is not the case. Frying is universally bad for health. Carrots contain carbohydrates that, when fried at high temperatures in oil, produce glycotoxins. These glycotoxins attack our brain cells and induce inflammatory responses. They can also cause various skin diseases, arthritis, and osteoporosis. Like is the name, glycotoxin tells, it is seriously toxic for our body. Continually consuming fried foods high in glycotoxins can lead to chronic inflammation throughout the body, and eventually lead to cardiovascular and brain diseases, posing a real danger. To prevent cancer and dementia, it's crucial to avoid fried foods. The third and last food that pairs best with carrots is oil. Surprised to hear this after I advised against fried foods? Let me clarify. Here, the reference to oil is not about deep frying, but about using salad oils or lightly sautéing in oil. Carrots contain a whopping 620 micrograms of beta-carotene per 100 grams, making them top among vegetables in this aspect. Beta-carotene in carrots not only supports eye health, but also significantly enhances lung function. If you've been struggling with shortness of breath or reduced lung capacity, carrots are a must-add to your diet. However, raw carrots can be hard to digest, and when consumed raw, you can only absorb about 10% of their nutrients. Beta-carotene is a fat-soluble component, and lightly sown carrots and oil can increase the absorption rate to over 50%. Cooking carrots with oil is a miraculous method that maximizes nutrient intake. Moreover, beta-carotene is especially abundant in the skin of carrots. So, make sure to wash them thoroughly and eat them with the skin on for the best benefits. We've covered 3 foods that form the worst combinations with carrots and 3 that are the best. Now, let's summarize. When eating carrots raw, do not pair them with jambers. Instead, apples are a beneficial match. Opt for omega-3 oils over omega-6 oils when lightly sautéing carrots. It's important to consume carrots with their skin on, as it contains significant nutrients. Remember, regardless of how healthy a food is, frying negates its benefits, so it's best to avoid fried foods. I hope this guide helps you to pair carrots with the right foods and cooking methods to safeguard and improve your health. Thank you for being with me. If you found today's content helpful, please subscribe and like, and don't hesitate to share this information with your loved ones. I always pray for your health and happiness. Thank you. Did you know that just by eating corn you can get cancer and dementia? Although corn is a healthy food, there are foods that pair well with corn and others that do not. To prevent cancer and dementia, here are the 3 worst food combinations with corn. And the 3 best food pairs, I'll tell you about them. Now, let's explore the 3 foods that have the worst cancer and dementia prevention effects. When eaten with corn and the 3 best foods, it can help prolong our healthy lifespan. First of all, the worst thing is just corn consumption. Corn is rich in carbohydrates and protein, as well as potassium, vitamins, minerals, and other nutrients, so it's really good for your health. In particular, it is rich in fiber, which is good for intestinal health. The fiber in corn is soluble, so it has a sticky viscosity in the intestines. Not only does it keep you full longer, but it also helps eliminate visceral fat. Pay attention here. Even with the health benefits of corn, there's still a serious problem. Namely, the deficiency of niacin and tryptophan, essential for our body's metabolic function. Here, niacin, also known as vitamin B3, plays a role in assisting the chemical reactions that produce energy from nutrients. So, consuming only corn can lead to a deficiency in essential amino acids, resulting in the development of pellagra disease. Symptoms such as dermatitis, fever, and gastrointestinal inflammation can occur, which can be fatal. Therefore, it's essential to supplement with other foods that can provide these nutrients along with corn. Wait, there's an even bigger issue. Corn has a very high glycemic index, making it extremely dangerous for people with diabetes. The glycemic index (GI) of cooked corn is around 75, which is quite high, indicating high blood sugar levels. With over 30% carbohydrate content, it inherently puts a significant burden on blood sugar. Moreover, if you add sugar or sweeteners when boiling corn, the burden on blood sugar becomes even higher. The rise in blood sugar increases insulin resistance, ultimately increasing the risk of diseases like cancer and dementia. Therefore, substituting corn for rice in meals, or solely relying on corn for dieting is really dangerous. First, the recommended food that pairs best with corn is milk. Corn lacks essential amino acids such as niacin and tryptophan, so it's necessary to consume pork, beef, or fish rich in niacin along with corn. Even simpler and easier to incorporate, the best pairing is milk. The reason is that milk, although lacking niacin, is rich in tryptophan. The tryptophan in milk is converted into niacin in the liver, so consuming milk not only fills the deficiency of essential amino acids like niacin in corn, but also provides tryptophan, which is good for relieving insomnia and depression. Furthermore, whey and casein in milk help regulate the blood sugar levels of accompanying foods, lowering the high blood sugar levels caused by corn. On the contrary, lysine in corn helps calcium in milk to be absorbed well in the body, making it a perfect match. In the future, be sure to include corn and milk together. The second worst corn food is corn silk tea. Were you surprised? In fact, corn silk tea has many health benefits. Corn silk contains excellent antioxidants such as flavonoids and chlorogenic acid, which are great for anti-aging. It also helps remove free radicals from the body, preventing cell mutations. Moreover, the luteolin in corn silk aids in fat breakdown, helping to reduce body fat and expel chronic inflammation and toxins from the body, making it excellent. The most important thing is its diuretic effect. If waste products don't circulate well in the body, it becomes swollen. This is edema. If edema repeats, it leads to weight gain, eventually turning into fat. When you boil corn silk tea, inositol, glucose, and catechol components help excrete excess water, relieving swelling. Therefore, utilizing the strong diuretic effect of corn silk tea, it is also effectively used in the treatment of kidney stones, nephritis, jaundice, and hepatitis. But pay attention here, those with weak kidneys should never drink corn silk tea. Some people boil corn silk with beans to enhance its diuretic effect, but this should never be done. Excessive consumption of corn silk tea artificially enhances diuresis, causing not only swelling reduction but also putting a significant strain on the kidneys. This can lead to chronic kidney failure in many cases. Also, corn silk contains a lot of potassium. Instead of accumulating potassium in the kidneys, exacerbating kidney stones and nephritis. It acts as a toxin to the heart, leading to cardiovascular diseases, and in severe cases, cardiac arrest. So, drinking corn silk tea like water is not good, especially if you have weak kidneys. For our valuable subscribers, here's one more health tip so you can take corn as a tonic. Instead of corn silk, try boiling corn husks and drink it as tea. Corn husks contain beta-sitosterol, which strengthens the gums and prevents gum diseases like gingivitis. In fact, the most famous medication for gum disease is made from the ingredients of corn husks. It suppresses the growth of mutant streptococci, the cause of cavities, and has an anti-inflammatory effect, making it very effective for oral health and gum disease prevention. So, make sure to include it. Boil corn husks for tea or gargle with it for preventing gum disease. It's really good, so remember it. Secondly, the best food pairing with corn is cabbage, as it not only protects the stomach and aids digestion, but is also a powerful food with anti-cancer effects due to its abundance of vitamin U, making corn and cabbage truly the best match. If corn or corn silk tea burdens the kidneys with its diuretic effect, cabbage, although low in potassium, is as rich in vitamin C and vitamin K, protecting the kidneys. Additionally, the abundant phytochemicals in sulforaphane in cabbage have anti-inflammatory and anti-cancer effects, synergizing with the anti-inflammatory properties of corn. Moreover, cabbage, rich in polyphenols, lowers blood pressure, prevents platelet accumulation, benefiting cardiovascular health, and with abundant high-quality calcium, magnesium, and vitamin K. It's excellent for preventing osteoporosis, especially when consumed with corn to enhance calcium absorption. Furthermore, cabbage is good for brain health, dementia prevention, and even eye health when consumed with corn, as the combination of corn's vitamin A, lutein, and zeaxanthin helps prevent various eye conditions such as macular degeneration, dry eye syndrome, and night blindness, significantly reducing the risk of cataracts and glaucoma, making it the best match for eye protection. Enjoy cabbage salad with corn or cooked cabbage, with corn for a delightful combination. Last but not least, the one thing you should never consume with corn is butter. While you might enjoy grilling corn with butter for its rich flavor, it's definitely not a good combination in terms of nutritional compatibility. Firstly, corn kernels are rich in tocopherols, beneficial for preventing adult diseases. The potassium in corn helps excrete sodium, suppresses blood pressure elevation, prevents hypertension, and aids in blood sugar regulation. Most importantly, corn is rich in linoleic acid, an essential fatty acid that lowers levels of bad cholesterol in the blood, preventing cardiovascular diseases such as atherosclerosis, hypertension, heart disease, and stroke. Consuming corn, which has such beneficial effects, with butter nullifies all these benefits. Butter, being an animal fat, is high in saturated fatty acids, which when consumed in excess, can disrupt cholesterol metabolism, raise levels of bad cholesterol in the blood, and lead to cardiovascular diseases. While there have been recent claims that butter is good for health and high-fat diets are beneficial. Since corn is a carbohydrate, consuming it with butter significantly increases calorie intake and is not conducive to good health management, so it's best to avoid it. So, how should we eat corn then? Lastly, the best food pairing with corn is avocado. Avocado, often referred to as the butter of the forest, is a tropical fruit rich in vitamins, minerals, and other nutrients beneficial for health. It contains abundant potassium, which helps regulate blood pressure, preventing hypertension and stroke, while its ample vitamin B6 boosts immunity, enhances inflammation suppression, and strengthens the cardiovascular system. Additionally, avocado's dietary fiber serves as food for probiotics in the gut, promoting their growth effectively. Furthermore, avocado contributes to robust cardiovascular health and significantly lowers bad cholesterol levels. When consumed with corn, it creates a tremendous synergy. Therefore, in the future, make sure to pair corn not with animal fat like butter, but with avocado, the butter of the forest, for its smooth texture, easy digestion, and both health and taste benefits. Up until now, we've explored 3 foods that are the worst combinations with corn, and 3 foods that are the best. Let's summarize together. Instead of consuming corn alone, make sure to pair it with milk. And for those with weak kidneys, consider boiling corn silk instead of just consuming it alone. Additionally, remember to include cabbage in your diet. Lastly, avoid pairing corn with butter, and instead, enjoy it healthily with avocado. How does that sound? I hope you found this information helpful in taking care of your health. Thank you so much for being with us for a long time. If today's video has been helpful, please don't forget to subscribe and like. Also, be sure to share it with your beloved family and friends. I'll always pray for your health and happiness. Thank you, bye. Did you know that eating this with eggs could destroy brain cells and lead to dementia? Eggs are considered a superfood, truly beneficial for your health. However, what you eat them with and how you cook them are crucial. Today's star is the superfood, eggs. Known for their high-quality protein, various minerals, vitamins, and numerous nutrients. In today's video, we will reveal 3 foods you should absolutely avoid eating with eggs to prevent cancer and dementia. And also share 3 best ways to eat eggs that not only prevent cancer and dementia, but also brighten your eyes. Firstly, the food you should absolutely never eat with eggs is flour and bread. You may consume a lot of egg bread and flour. And eggs are indeed essential ingredients for making bread. However, this combination is really bad for preventing cancer and dementia. Eggs contain a component called choline, which is a type of vitamin B group. This is why eggs are called brain food. Choline is beneficial for memory and concentration enhancement and, as a vitamin B complex, constitutes up to 30% of brain cell components, activating brain functions to improve memory and concentration, and is used in the prevention and treatment of forgetfulness, dementia, Alzheimer's, etc. It's even highly effective in reducing inflammation in the body, thus preventing cancer. However, there's something that works in direct opposition to the action of choline. That's right, flour. When you eat bread, which is primarily made of carbohydrates, your blood sugar rises and creates a lot of sugar toxins. These sugar toxins attack brain cells. If you eat bread and eggs together, it's like a war in your body. The choline in the eggs tries to create a protective barrier for the brain cells, while the sugar toxins from the bread try to penetrate this barrier to attack the brain cells. Moreover, if you frequently consume flour-based foods like noodles, bread, egg tart, spaghetti, and white rice, and are already in a state of high blood sugar, the problem becomes more serious. With high insulin resistance and chronic inflammation already filling your body, choline's efforts to protect us become futile. This internal battle can lead to cardiovascular diseases like hypertension and arteriosclerosis. Issues with insulin secretion leading to diabetes and chronic inflammation can cause cancer, dementia, and brain diseases. Therefore, it's better to opt for whole wheat bread or healthy vegan breads that are not made with refined flour to eat with eggs. The first best companion for eggs is none other than the pumpkin. Eggs and pumpkins make a really great pairing, especially since the protein in eggs helps with absorption in our body. Moreover, when you consume the fiber from pumpkins along with the calcium in eggs, it activates the parasympathetic nervous system, bringing a sense of calm and easing anxiety and tension. It also reduces physical tension, bringing stability to both our body and mind. It's often said that stress is the root of all illnesses. Eating eggs with pumpkin helps relieve stress and fatigue in the body. Additionally, consuming pumpkin, which converts to vitamin A in the body, is especially good for eye health. Working together with the abundant lutein and zeaxanthin carotenoids found in eggs, it provides powerful antioxidant action that not only protects the retina, but can also significantly reduce the incidence of degenerative eye diseases, like glaucoma and macular degeneration. If your eyes have been feeling blurry or your vision cloudy, try eating eggs with pumpkin. Recommended recipes include pumpkin pancakes or tarts, pumpkin egg rolls, and pumpkin egg soup. Secondly, the foods you should absolutely never eat with eggs are soy milk and tofu. Some people eat soy milk and eggs together as a breakfast substitute. And many consume them for weight loss and diet purposes. Also, there are those who boil warm soy soup and break a raw egg into it to eat together. However, eggs and soy milk should not be mixed. This is due to the trypsin inhibitor found in soy milk. Trypsin, a component in soybeans, the raw material of soy milk, combines with avidin in egg whites, destroying the nutrients. Eggs are rich in high-quality protein, which not only helps prevent muscle loss and sarcopenia in the elderly, making muscles stronger, but also contain abundant vitamins and minerals. When consumed with soy milk, these beneficial nutrients cannot be absorbed, so they should not be eaten together. If your throat feels blocked when eating eggs, it's much better to have them with milk or water. And there's one more thing to remember. Have you ever had tea? Like green tea or black tea, with eggs? That's a big no. Drinking tea after eating eggs, because your throat feels dry and clogged, causes the tannins in the tea leaves to combine with the egg's proteins, forming tannin-protein complexes. This slows down intestinal peristalsis, worsens the intestinal environment, and leads to constipation. The most frightening aspect is that it increases the body's absorption potential for toxic substances and carcinogens. Therefore, tea and soy milk should absolutely not be consumed with eggs. It's best to have them with water or milk. Then, the second best companion for eggs is none other than cheese. Cheese not only tastes great, but also is nutritionally the best match with eggs. Eggs are called a complete food because they contain many nutrients, but relative to dairy products, they are very low in calcium. Dairy products are rich in calcium, so when consumed with eggs, they can complement each other. Especially since cheese is made by fermenting milk, the fermentation process with probiotics reduces the protein content, allowing you to complement each other's nutrition without excessively consuming protein. Lastly, the third worst companion for eggs is apricot. You might not often eat apricot with eggs, but it's really important to remember because it can be dangerous. Apricot and dried apricots are often consumed as a dessert. Eating apricots after eggs can cause mild symptoms like headaches, diarrhea, vomiting, and signs of food poisoning. In severe cases, it can lead to acute gastroenteritis and even B-sores. The reason is due to tannin, the component that gives apricots their astringent taste, which impairs the digestive function of proteins. Tannin, a type of phenolic compound, clumps together with proteins in the mouth, stomach, and digestive system. It also inhibits the action of protein-degrading enzymes in the body, making it really dangerous to consume with eggs. The third best companion for eggs is none other than apples. Eggs contain a variety of nutrients but are lacking in vitamin C and dietary fiber. Apples are very rich in both vitamin C and dietary fiber. Especially, dietary fiber helps with bowel movement by aiding the intestinal movement and also helps expel bad cholesterol from the body, preventing cardiovascular diseases such as arteriosclerosis. Transcripts provided by Transcription Outsourcing, LLC. In such cases, accompanying them with an apple can stimulate the secretion of gastric juices, aiding in digestion and absorption. Lastly, the way eggs are cooked is also very important. When consuming eggs, it's crucial to prepare them in a way that preserves as many nutrients as possible without destroying them. Firstly, eating raw eggs is not recommended due to the risk of food poisoning. Also, frying eggs is not advisable. Both steaming and boiling are good methods, but it's better to consume eggs that are soft-boiled rather than hard-boiled to the point of being rubbery. Furthermore, when making fried eggs, it's recommended to use oils with a high content of omega-3, such as olive oil or flaxseed oil. We've explored the 3 worst and best foods to eat with eggs for cancer and dementia prevention. Then, it's time to summarize. Rather than eat eggs with flour like bread, choose pumpkin to consume the best benefits out of it. Do not eat eggs with soy products like soy milk or tofu. Choose cheese with eggs. And, never eat eggs with apricot, but eat with apples. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you remember and take good care of your health with this information. If you found today's video helpful, please don't forget to subscribe and like. Also, share the video with your dear family and friends. I will always pray for your health and happiness. I will continue to greet you with more useful and informative health information. Thank you. Did you know eating honey with this can lead to cancer and dementia? Even honey, a gift from bees, has its best and worst food pairings. Today's star is the sweet and nutritious honey. Honey is made by bees from the nectar of flowering plants and their enzymes, creating not just sugar but also amino acids, vitamins, minerals like iron and zinc, and antioxidants. Besides being a natural sweetener, honey is full of anti-inflammatory and anti-cancer properties, and is especially known for its immune-boosting benefits. Were you aware there are over 320 types of honey worldwide? The type of honey varies depending on the flowers the bees visit, including acacia, canola, chestnut, and manuka honey, as well as wildflower and mixed flower honey. To produce just 1 kilogram of honey, bees must visit 5.6 million flowers, making us truly grateful to the bees for this healthful gift. Did you know? Even this beneficial honey can be harmful to your health when eaten with certain foods. So, let's find out the 3 worst food pairings for cancer and dementia prevention, and the 3 best food pairings that can help extend our lifespan healthfully. First up, the worst pairing with honey is food made from soy, like tofu and soy milk. With the dangers of sugar well known, many think all sweetness is bad for health. But natural honey, as a natural sugar, is entirely different from refined sugar. Sugar molecules are large and must be broken down into smaller glucose or fructose molecules during digestion before being absorbed by the body. This process consumes insulin, calcium, vitamins in our body, and raises blood sugar levels. However, honey, a gift from bees, is entirely different. Honey is already broken down and processed by bees, consisting of simple sugars. So, When you eat honey, it's absorbed directly into your body without the need for digestion, quickly becoming a source of energy. That's why you feel an instant boost of energy and recovery after consuming honey. With its health benefits becoming well known, there are now many popular recipes using natural honey. Especially, many people like adding sweet honey to soy milk and tofu for health reasons. But wait! You shouldn't do that. Soy products, like soy milk, have a significantly higher protein content than milk. Honey, besides sugar, contains organic acids. The organic acids in honey and the protein in soy milk can react and form a precipitate, easily speaking they become lump or mass. This precipitate is not absorbed, but instead expelled from the body, making the protein-rich soy milk and honey combination useless. Moreover, soy is considered a cold food, which helps remove heat from the body, clashing with honey's hot nature, which gathers heat inside. When the cold and hot energies collide in the stomach, it can cause digestive problems. So, it's best not to pair honey with soy products like tofu and soy milk. Then, what we should have to pair honey with? Then, the food I recommend as the best match with honey is milk. Instead of soy milk, it's really good to pair it with milk because milk has lower protein content than soy milk, which means less interaction with the organic acids in honey. Plus, the health benefits synergy is incredible. Many people suffer from insomnia these days, right? Good sleep is really important for our health, and this issue can be neatly resolved by having warm milk with honey in the evening. Milk contains an amino acid called tryptophan. Thank you. This amino acid changes into a serotonin chemical in our body. You might know serotonin as the happiness hormone. Surprisingly, it not only alleviates depression but also suppresses the arousal hormone, which is a cause of insomnia, thereby helping you sleep deeply. However, sadly, drinking milk alone doesn't allow this amino acid to be fully absorbed in the body. That's when honey comes into play. Not only does honey contain tryptophan, but it also facilitates the full absorption of this amino acid into our body, enabling it to activate promptly. Therefore, compared to drinking milk alone, adding honey not only enhances feelings of happiness and stability, but also quickly improves sleep health benefits. The second worst pairing with honey involves food and drinks rich in tannins, such as black tea, green tea, or unripe persimmons. Have you ever experienced a bitter taste after brewing black or green tea for too long or eating an unripe persimmon? That's due to tannins. Tannins belong to the polyphenol family, miraculous antioxidants that help eliminate free radicals in our body, prevent cellular aging, and cleanse waste from our blood vessels and body. While black tea, green tea, and persimmons, which are rich in tannins, are great for health, they should not be consumed with honey, especially considering the minerals in honey, including iron. When iron meets tannins, it forms an indigestible compound that prevents absorption in the body. So, while you might be consuming honey for health, combining it with these tannin-rich foods can nullify their nutritional benefits and make digestion more difficult. You need to consume them separately to fully benefit from each of their nutritional properties. Wait a minute. Have you ever made honey tea with boiling hot water? That's not the way to go. Honey is full of vitamins, amino acids, and beneficial enzymes. But the problem is that these components are sensitive to heat. If you use water that's too hot, it can destroy all those nutrients. To preserve the health benefits of honey, make your honey tea with warm water, ideally between 140 to 160 degrees Fahrenheit. Not boiling hot. This way, you can enjoy all the health benefits honey has to offer. The second food item that pairs excellently with honey is cinnamon. Replacing black or green tea with cinnamon honey tea can turn it into a supreme health elixir. Did you know that honey is beneficial for the immune system? Honey contains a significant amount of vitamins and minerals that boost immunity and protect our body from colds and viruses that come from outside. Moreover, honey is rich in a natural antibiotic substance called propolis. Here's a quiz. Have you ever wondered why bees, living in close quarters by the thousands in a beehive, don't get infected with viruses like other insects or animals? The reason is that bees coat the entrance of the hive with a thick layer of a substance to prevent pathogens from penetrating. This substance is the propolis. In our bodies, propolis acts as an antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, and especially as an anti-cancer agent. It prevents cancer cells from replicating and dividing by inhibiting their growth, and even induces them to self-destruct. Additionally, it lowers cholesterol levels in the blood and strengthens the heart and blood vessels, thereby preventing cardiovascular diseases like arteriosclerosis and hypertension. Here's the kick. When honey is combined with cinnamon, a miracle happens. The antioxidants in cinnamon enhance the anti-inflammatory effects of honey and reduce inflammation levels in the blood vessels. Moreover, the hot properties of honey and cinnamon together aid in blood circulation. This miraculous combination effectively addresses cold hands and feet, numbness during cold weather, and can even alleviate joint pain or muscle aches. Impressively, when honey and cinnamon are consumed together, cinnamon helps to lower blood sugar levels, allowing for a healthy intake of sugars. Remember that cinnamon honey tea is a key to harnessing these benefits. The third and final food that forms a poor combination with honey is the onion. There was a time when onion honey pickles became extremely popular due to their perceived health benefits. Onions, known as cleaners of the blood vessels, seem to offer a way to enhance their shelf life while also harnessing the health benefits of honey. However, surprisingly, consuming onions and honey together is strongly discouraged. Onions contain a volatile compound called allyl sulfide, which can cause gas formation in the body when ingested. When consumed with honey, this combination can lead to severe abdominal bloating and chronic indigestion. Additionally, it may even adversely affect your eyesight, so caution is advised. The vitamins and phytochemicals in onions inhibit the activity of the health-promoting enzymes in honey. Therefore, it is recommended to consume honey and onions separately to avoid these negative interactions and ensure you benefit from each food's unique health properties. Then, instead of onions, the third and best food to eat with honey is radish. Many people might suffer from colds, and it's quite challenging to deal with coughs and phlegm. Coughing is bad for your lungs and can hurt your throat. Plus, having a lot of phlegm can make it easy for viruses to grow, so it's important to find a good way to deal with it. A great solution for coughs, phlegm, and boosting your immune system is honey and radish. Did you know that radishes in autumn and winter are super good for you, even better than some traditional remedies? When it gets colder, radishes taste sweeter and have more nutrients. Eating these healthy radishes with honey makes your lungs and throat stronger and helps you breathe easier. It's a fantastic way to help with coughs, phlegm, and making your immune system stronger. The reason radishes taste spicy is because of something in them called cinnabarine. This stuff helps make your throat stronger and loosens up phlegm. Radishes are also full of vitamin C, which is really important for keeping your immune system working well. Eating them with honey makes an amazing combo. The dextromethorphan in honey helps stop coughs and calms down any swelling in your throat. Plus, honey makes the spicy taste of radishes smoother and makes the vitamins work better. So it tastes good and is really healthy for you. You can mix radish and honey together and let it sit to make a kind of tea or juice. Putting a spoonful of honey in dried radish tea is also a great idea. Here is a quick tip. When you make juice with radish and honey, use the whole radish, peel and all. Because the peel has lots of vitamin C and B. Chop up the radish, peel included, pour a good amount of honey over it, and let it sit for a week. This mixture is a powerful way to boost your immune system and get rid of coughs and phlegm for good. So far, we've explored 3 foods that form the worst combinations with honey, as well as 3 that are the best matches. Let's summarize one last time, shall we? Firstly, avoid consuming honey with soy-based foods like tofu and soy milk. Instead, pair it with milk. Don't mix honey with tannin-rich foods like persimmons or black tea. Instead, enjoy honey with cinnamon to fully reap its health benefits. Moreover, instead of pairing honey with onions, it's better to consume it with radishes. How does that sound? I hope you can take good care of your health by wisely choosing the best food combinations. Thank you so much for spending time with me. If you found today's video helpful, please don't forget to subscribe and like, and do share it with your precious family and friends. I'll always pray for your health and happiness. Thank you. Did you know that eating this with sweet potato can harm your health? One of the top 3 immune-boosting foods selected by the WHO is sweet potatoes. Even with such excellent benefits, sweet potatoes also have foods that are the best match and foods that are bad matches. Well then, let's explore together 3 worst food combinations, and 3 best food combinations to protect your health when eaten with sweet potatoes. First, the worst sweet potato dish is raw sweet potato. Aren't you surprised? Sweet potatoes contain no saturated fat or cholesterol, and they're packed with dietary fiber and antioxidants. You may already know that the white juice that comes out you cut raw sweet potatoes cleanses your intestines. Yes, it's true. While the abundant dietary fiber in sweet potatoes is great for gut health, eating them raw, especially for those with weak stomachs, is not a good idea. Raw sweet potatoes contain a type of sugar called raffinose, which, when broken down in the intestines, produces carbon dioxide, causing abdominal bloating and foul-smelling flatulence. This gas buildup in the intestines can lead to chronic indigestion and ultimately worsen gut health. Intestinal polyps can lead to various gastrointestinal diseases, including colon cancer, so it's essential to be cautious. Furthermore, raw sweet potatoes contain substances that inhibit trypsin enzymes, which break down proteins. The more protein-rich foods you consume together with raw sweet potatoes, the more these inhibitors increase, hindering digestion. What's truly astonishing is that these enzymes are destroyed by heat. So be sure to cook sweet potatoes thoroughly. Additionally, the gut is often referred to as the second brain because it's closely linked to our brain health. Did you know that the gut and the brain are connected by 2,000 nerve fibers? In fact, there's a central connection axis between the gut and the brain, so the health of the gut directly affects not only mood and sleep, but also cognitive abilities. It's crucial to consume easily digestible foods regularly and take care of gut health, as it's the best habit for preventing dementia and maintaining brain health. So, the recommended food that goes best with sweet potatoes is apples. Sweet potatoes are rich in dietary fiber as well as vitamins A and C. In particular, beta-carotene in sweet potatoes is excellent for eye health in old age, preventing night blindness, and promoting vision recovery. Moreover, its abundance of antioxidants effectively inhibits free radicals, one of the causes of aging, preventing skin aging and suppressing the secretion of lactic acid bacteria, which causes fatigue, aiding in fatigue recovery. Additionally, sweet potatoes are full of calcium, which strengthens bones and enhances bone density. Therefore, it's essential to consume sweet potatoes for preventing osteoporosis and maintaining strong bones. However, there's one major problem. Consuming an excessive amount of sweet potatoes, including raw ones, can lead to a substance called amygdalin, causing digestive issues, such as abdominal bloating and intestinal gas. Focus here. This is where apples come in. The pectin in apples creates a protective barrier on the intestinal wall, preventing the invasion of toxins. Moreover, the tart organic acids in apples help digest the starchy sweet potatoes more efficiently. Furthermore, when you cook sweet potatoes, apples perfectly complement them by replenishing any deficient vitamins. As for the recommended recipe, apple and sweet potato curry is a great option. With the natural sweetness of apples and sweet potatoes combined with the turmeric and curry, you can enjoy a healthier and tastier meal. As the weather suddenly gets colder and immunity weakens, it's essential to include apple sweet potato curry in your diet. Second, the worst sweet potato dishes are fried sweet potatoes and dried sweet potatoes. When the transitional season passes and cold winter arrives, the most tempting snack is fried sweet potatoes. Eating sweet and flavored fried sweet potatoes is truly delightful. And recently, many people have been enjoying them as snacks after drying them to make them chewy. However, especially for health reasons, they're not suitable for individuals with diabetes. First of all, sweet potatoes are carbohydrate-rich foods with strong sweetness. So although they may seem very high in sugar, their glycemic index, GI, is not as high as one might think. In fact, sweet potatoes have a lower GI than potatoes and gradually raise blood sugar levels, making them suitable even for diabetic patients. However, the calorie content of sweet potatoes is quite high. Eating one sweet potato is equivalent to consuming 2/3 of a bowl of rice. Here's a quick pause. Did you know that surprisingly, the glycemic index and calories of sweet potatoes vary depending on the cooking method? When sweet potatoes are baked, moisture is lost, and sugar content increases, resulting in significantly higher blood sugar levels and calorie content. In reality, raw sweet potatoes contain 128 kilocalories per 100 grams, while boiled ones have 140 kilocalories. Baked ones have 150 kilocalories, and dried ones have a whopping 350 kilocalories. Furthermore, fried sweet potatoes have a glycemic index more than twice that of boiled sweet potatoes, so you must be cautious when consuming them. The calorie content varies greatly depending on how you eat the same sweet potato. Therefore, when the weather gets colder and outdoor activities decrease, it's better for your health to avoid fried sweet potatoes and dried sweet potato snacks. Now, let's summarize the best way to consume sweet potatoes here. It's best to wash sweet potatoes thoroughly, boil them with the skin on, and consume them as a meal replacement. The skin contains not only antioxidants and vitamins, but also a variety of dietary fibers. So be sure to eat it together. Additionally, sweet potato stems are rich in calcium, potassium, and vitamin A. So including them as a side dish is also beneficial. Secondly, the food that pairs best with sweet potatoes is tomatoes. As you age, you're more susceptible to vascular diseases. And sweet potatoes are the ideal food for vascular health. Sweet potatoes are rich in pantothenic acid, a type of vitamin B, which helps regulate hormone secretion to relieve stress and prevent high blood pressure. Here's a question for you. What do you think is the biggest cause of hypertension? It's primarily due to excess sodium in the body. Therefore, it's crucial to reduce salt intake and consume foods rich in potassium, which helps excrete sodium from the body. However, today's stars, sweet potatoes and tomatoes, are excellent sources of potassium. consuming sweet potatoes and tomatoes together helps flush out accumulated sodium from the body and has a tremendous detoxifying synergy effect. But that's not all. The abundant dietary fiber in sweet potatoes remarkably reduces colon cancer cells by up to 70%. In fact, sweet potatoes are recognized by the Cancer Prevention Committee as one of the best foods for preventing colon and lung cancer. When paired with tomatoes, a superb anti-cancer food, they exhibit extraordinary efficacy. So make sure to include tomatoes and sweet potatoes in your diet from now on. Here's a handy tip for you. Tomatoes have antioxidant properties in their skins and are lipid-soluble, so lightly sautéing them in oil or drizzling them with a bit of olive oil before consumption is highly beneficial, so remember that. The last food that pairs worst with sweet potatoes is peanuts. While it's well known that the soluble dietary fiber in sweet potatoes slows down digestion and promotes the secretion of leptin, which melts body fat, making it good for iodine, it also gives a feeling of fullness and is beneficial for respiratory health and lung health. However, consuming sweet potatoes and peanuts together significantly increases the risk of obesity, so be cautious when consuming them. Sweet potatoes are a typical carbohydrate-rich food, mainly starch-based carbohydrates. Peanuts also contain a lot of starch, so excessive carbohydrate intake can lead to potential issues. Carbohydrates are a good source of energy for our bodies. But the problem lies in the fact that carbohydrates easily accumulate fat. Therefore, carbohydrates are easily converted and stored as body fat, eventually leading to belly fat, visceral fat, and aging. So, in the future, remember not to eat sweet potatoes and peanuts together, but consume them separately. The last but not least best combination with sweet potato is yogurt. Have you ever felt your throat getting blocked after eating tough sweet potatoes? At times like these, eating them with yogurt not only helps clear your throat, but also provides excellent taste and nutrition. While the abundant fiber in sweet potatoes is beneficial for the gut, it can also take a long time to digest, potentially causing discomfort. Consuming yogurt or yogurt dressing with sweet probiotics and organic acids. Conversely, yogurt dressings often contain high levels of sodium, but sweet potatoes' potassium helps excrete sodium, making them a perfect match. Here's a quick tip. When you feel your throat blocked after eating sweet potatoes, consuming refreshing radishes alongside them is excellent. This is because radishes contain diastase, which aids digestion. So, in the future, remember to pair sweet potatoes with yogurt and radishes. Hold on. Some people have sweet potatoes as a late-night snack. However, eating them when your metabolism is slow at night can lead to the accumulation of sugar in your body, making digestion particularly challenging. It can cause fermentation in the intestines and acidification of the blood during sleep. Therefore, especially for those with diabetes or weak kidneys, it's best to avoid consuming sweet potatoes in the evening. So far, we've looked at the 3 worst pairings and 3 best pairings when consuming sweet potatoes. Let's summarize together, shall we? First, it's better to eat sweet potatoes cooked by boiling or steaming rather than raw or fried, and it's beneficial to eat them with apples and tomatoes instead of peanuts among nuts. Try pairing sweet potatoes with yogurt or radish for a delicious and nutritious combination. How does that sound? I hope you'll cook and enjoy sweet potatoes with foods that complement them well to maintain your health. Thank you so much for being with us. If today's video has been helpful, please subscribe and like it. Also, please share it with your precious family and friends. I'll always pray for your health and happiness. Did you know that you could get cancer and dementia from eating this, along with apples? Even with superfoods like golden apples that fight cancer. I'll tell you about 3 foods that go best with apples, and 3 foods that don't. Apples are the miracle fruit that have the best effect in preventing lung cancer. The abundant quercetin and flavonoid components in apples protect the lungs and have tremendous efficacy in preventing and inhibiting bronchial cancer. Furthermore, the rich dietary fiber pectin in apples not only increases bowel movement, preventing constipation, but also reduces the time carcinogens spend in the colon, making it a top-notch for preventing colorectal cancer. You've all heard the saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away, right? Did you know that even with such healthy golden apples, there are foods that can harm your health if eaten together? Then let's find out together now. The 3 worst combinations for preventing cancer and dementia when eaten with apples. And the 3 best combinations. The first worst combination with apples is dairy products like milk, yogurt, and cheese. Aren't you surprised? Many people enjoy apples with yogurt or have them with milk or cheese. While it's true that eating apples with dairy can supplement the lacking vitamin C in milk and provide excellent nutrition, especially as we age and digestive functions weaken, and if there's gastroesophageal reflux disease, you need to be particularly cautious. The reason is due to the organic acids and malic acids in apples, which assists stomach activity, promote metabolism, and aid in fatigue recovery, making them excellent components. They inject energy and vitality in the morning. Hence the phrase, morning apple, becoming better than medicine. However, when the acidic components of apples meet with milk's casein protein, they have formed lumps like cheese. Furthermore, when they encounter gastric acid in our stomachs, they form even larger lumps, making digestion more difficult. Undigested, these lumps can cause discomfort, chronic indigestion, and even serious conditions like colitis and colon cancer. So instead of consuming milk with apples, opt for low-fat milk or soy milk, as mentioned in our previous video on milk. Remember, good health is a measure of brain health. Gut microbes play a role in signaling between the brain and gut, so a comfortable gut leads to better brain health, since about 95% of the serotonin, known as the happiness hormone, is produced in the gut. Maintaining a healthy gut and proper dietary habits are the best choices for happiness. Therefore, choosing foods that digest well is the best habit for preventing dementia. So, the first best combination with apples is sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes, which are the best match for apples, are rich in miraculous antioxidant beta-carotene, which is essential for cancer prevention, adult disease prevention, and maintaining youthfulness. Notes, however, have you ever felt uncomfortable or had difficulty digesting when eating sweet potatoes lately? That's because the compound called amylopectin, found in sweet potatoes, can cause abnormal fermentation in the intestines, leading to bloating and diarrhea. But fear not. Here comes the apple to the rescue. Eating sweet potatoes with apples can eliminate these symptoms. This is because of the abundant dietary fiber pectin found in apples. Pectin helps regulate bowel movements and inhibits abnormal fermentation in the intestines, preventing gas from forming. Moreover, this pectin absorbs water in the body, expanding and becoming sticky, aiding in the thorough digestion of food in the stomach, and enhancing the absorption of nutrients through the stomach and intestines. Through this process, apples not only prevent blood sugar spikes, but also contribute to preventing diabetes. Especially since the peel of the apple contains the most pectin. It's essential to eat the whole apple, including the peel. Furthermore, apples contain a significant amount of polyphenol antioxidants, which inhibit free radicals, preventing cancer and tumors, and effectively eliminating carcinogens from our bodies. Surprisingly, the anti-cancer action of apples is maximized when combined with the beta-carotene in sweet potatoes, creating an incredible synergy effect. So, from now on, make sure to eat sweet potatoes with apples for maximum health benefits. The second worst combination with apples is spicy food. Did you know that spiciness isn't just about taste but also about pain? That's right. Sweet, sour, bitter, and salty flavors. But spiciness causes a kind of pain sensation on the tongue. When you eat spicy food, your mouth burns and hurts. But have you ever wondered how much it might hurt your stomach and intestines? That's why when you eat spicy food, you might have experienced discomfort in your stomach. Some people eat apples to relieve the spiciness and freshen their mouths. But wait, that's not a good idea. As mentioned earlier, apples are rich in acidic components like organic acids and malic acids, giving them their tangy taste. While these are excellent for the body, they can be extremely stimulating to a stomach and intestines already experiencing pain from spicy food. Therefore, it's not advisable to eat apples with an irritated stomach. Continuously consuming foods that irritate the stomach can lead to pain, ulcers, and even stomach cancer. That's why there's a saying, an apple on an empty stomach is like poison. While apples are beneficial in the morning, they can potentially cause gastric issues. Due to their acidity, if eaten on an empty stomach at night, then, the second best combination with apples is radish. Radish is a highly beneficial food for the stomach, to the extent that there's an old saying. If you eat a lot of radishes, you'll have no stomach troubles. Recently, dishes like cold salads or detox juices made with radish and apple have gained tremendous popularity. In Eastern cultures, radish has been incorporated into various dishes, such as mochi. Radish is incredibly rich in the enzyme amylase, which breaks down starches, fortifying the stomach walls, and eliminating toxins and carcinogens from the body. It helps prevent stomach pain, ulcers, and stomach cancer when the high water content of radish combines with the pectin in apples, which absorbs moisture and increases the viscosity of gastric juices. It not only protects the stomach from the pain caused by spicy foods, but also greatly improves digestive function. Additionally, radish is rich in various nutrients and especially abundant in carotene, which converts into vitamin A in the leaves and vitamin C in the peel. Apples are also rich in dietary fiber, potassium, and vitamins. Consuming radish and apple together provides a natural, safe, multivitamin with a balanced mix of nutrients. Having radish and apple juice on an empty stomach in the morning or in salad form is not only low in calories, making it suitable for diets, but also offers a perfect combination as the tartness of the apple doesn't overpower the taste. So, how about trying apple and radish juice instead of dietary supplements? Then, the third food you should never eat with apples is fried foods and other greasy dishes. Many of you may have experienced eating greasy food and then reaching for a refreshing apple. But why is it particularly bad to eat them together? Firstly, fried foods like fries are deep fried in oil to make them crispy. This oil raises levels of bad cholesterol, increasing the risk of cardiovascular diseases, and causing chronic inflammation in the body due to its high calorie content. However, especially when eaten with apples, it's not just the health risks associated with fried foods you need to worry about. It's also about the difference in digestion speed. The saturated fats in greasy foods take a long time to digest, while apples digest very quickly. When these foods are eaten together, the difference in digestion time disrupts the digestive process, potentially leading to long-term digestive disorders. Insufficiently softened food can hinder gastrointestinal movement and damage the stomach lining, leading to the formation of waste in the digestive system, which hardens the stomach lining, causing indigestion and gallstones. Moreover, impaired digestive functions slows down the supply of nutrients to the brain, leading to decreased concentration, increased fatigue, and even reduced cognitive abilities and the onset of dementia. Therefore, it's best to avoid eating greasy foods with apples to maintain proper digestion and overall health. Lastly, the third best combination with apples is oatmeal. Recently, oatmeal has gained immense popularity due to its weight loss benefits and brain-boosting effects. But did you know that to fully reap its amazing benefits, you should eat it with apples? The most abundant nutrient in oats is beta-glucan, which effectively lowers bad cholesterol levels in the blood, preventing conditions like hyperlipidemia and atherosclerosis. Additionally, about 80% of the fats in oats are healthy unsaturated fatty acids, which further aid in reducing cholesterol and detoxifying the body from chronic inflammation and toxins. But here's the key. Eating oats with apples creates a miraculous effect. The pectin in apples promotes the activity of beneficial bacteria in the gut, eliminating heavy metals, carcinogens, soothing inflammation in the blood vessels, and detoxifying organs. While apples are considered golden in the morning for those with sensitive stomachs, the acidity of apples might be a concern. However, pairing oats with apples can ease digestion and enhance the absorption of beneficial nutrients from apples. The rich potassium content in apples and oats helps excrete sodium from the body, thus lowering blood pressure. Therefore, it's essential to include apples and oats together in your diet for preventing and managing hypertension and cardiovascular diseases. In summary, combining apples with oats is a powerhouse duo that not only aids in weight loss, supports brain health, and improves digestion, but also helps lower cholesterol, detoxify the body, and regulate blood pressure. So, make sure to incorporate this fantastic combination into your daily diet for overall health and well-being. Until now, we've looked at 3 foods that are the worst matches and 3 foods that are the best matches when eaten with apples. Let's summarize one last time, shall we? Avoid eating apples with dairy products instead. Pair them with sweet potatoes. Also, avoid pairing apples with spicy foods. Instead, pair them with radishes, which protect the stomach. Remember, apples are especially good on an empty stomach in the morning. Lastly, don't eat apples with greasy fried foods or pancakes. Make sure to enjoy them with oatmeal. How does that sound? I hope you'll take good care of your health by enjoying apples with the best matching foods. Thank you so much for being with us for a long time. If today's video was helpful, please subscribe and like. And please share it with your precious family and friends. I'll always pray for your health and happiness. Thank you. Did you know eating onions with certain foods can lead to cancer and dementia? Onions, which are healthy, can be paired with foods that enhance or worsen their benefits. It's important to eat onions the right way to get their health benefits. Pairing them with the wrong foods can harm your health instead. So today, we're going to find out 3 foods that are the worst to eat with onions, and 3 that are the best, all to help prevent cancer and dementia. Hello everyone. Are there still some of you who haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe and like right now. Please share this video with your loved ones. I promise that I will keep bringing you the best health information. Today's star is the onion, known as the elixir of the dining table. Onions have far more incredible benefits than you might know. They were famous as a source of energy for workers who built the Great Pyramids, one of the world's wonders. It's said that eating an onion a day keeps the doctor away, showing just how amazing this food is. Also, it's believed that the reason why Chinese people, who eat a lot of greasy food, have a lower incidence of heart disease is because of onions. Onions are really good for your body. Especially in the weather like now, when our energy is low. You should reach for onions before any other tonic food. The thiosulfonates in onions promote the absorption of vitamin B1, which is closely related to energy metabolism, and are incredibly effective for fatigue recovery. Moreover, the spicy component, allicin, acts as a sedative, making it great for preventing insomnia caused by stress and for stabilizing the mind and body. If you have a sleep disorder and depression, onion is the best solution for you. And, onions are also rich in folate, which is very important for brain health. They help increase blood flow to the brain, supplying more oxygen and nutrients, and are excellent for preventing dementia and Alzheimer's. Especially, onions have a famous nickname, the cleaner of blood vessels. They contain quercetin, which lowers bad cholesterol levels, making them very effective in preventing arteriosclerosis, cardiovascular diseases, and any kinds of adult diseases. Additionally, they not only absorb and remove harmful substances from the body, but also break down fats, so you can enjoy the benefits of losing weight too. But wait! Did you know that even healthy onions can be harmful when eaten with certain foods? So, let's find out together. We'll look at the 3 worst foods to eat with onions that could negatively impact, and the 3 best foods to pair with onions. At first, let's talk about the worst way to eat onions for your health. Onion juice. Many of you drink health juices for your well-being, and onion juice is quite popular. Onions rich in chromium are great for activating insulin functions, making them particularly beneficial for blood sugar control and diabetics. Onions even help with collagen formation, boosting skin elasticity, anti-aging, scalp health, and preventing hair loss. But here's a crucial point. Even the best onions change when juiced. It's a completely different story. Diabetics and those with weak kidneys must avoid onion juice at all costs. When onions are juiced, the sugar content increases due to concentration. Since there's no need to chew, nutrients are absorbed faster, causing a rapid spike in blood sugar. Also, onion juice is high in potassium. Those with kidney diseases should be cautious, as their bodies can't effectively eliminate potassium, leading to its accumulation in the body. Excess potassium can cause the heart to beat excessively, and in severe cases, lead to sudden death. If you regularly take aspirin or medications for high blood pressure, onion juice can increase the risk of bleeding, so it's best to avoid it. Adding to that, for those with a sensitive stomach, concentrated onion juice can worsen acid reflux, so it's better to stay clear of it. This is the trap of health juices. It's generally better to avoid concentrated juices, like onion juice. If you must have it in liquid form, try brewing onion peel tea instead. The antioxidant components are abundant in the onion peel, so remember this alternative. So, how should we eat onions? At this point, the first best food, perfect pairing with onion would be meat. Chewing your food well is key to getting the most out of it. If you cook onions and chew them properly, the dietary fiber and other nutrients in onions work in harmony. But when concentrated into juice, it can do more harm than good to your body. So, the food that's great to eat with onions is none other than meat. As we age, many of us find it harder to digest meat, often experiencing bloating. It's crucial to eat meat with onions. One of the spicy compounds in onions, diol sulfide, stimulates the mucous membranes of the stomach and intestines, boosting the secretion of digestive juices. This makes onions really good for digestion. When cooked with meat, the alkaline nature of onions combines with the proteins in meat. This not only neutralizes the specific smell of the meat but also cleanses the blood, making it an excellent combination. Moreover, when you eat onions and meat together, the vitamin B1 in the meat interacts with allicin in the onions to form L-thiamine. This boosts energy production and is really good for fatigue recovery. And let's not forget about the antibacterial properties of onions. Onions are highly effective against Salmonella and E. coli, the common culprits of food poisoning. This makes onions a top food that you must include in your diet. Secondly, the worst food combination with onions is, surprisingly, honey. There was a time when onion and honey pickles were popular, and many people enjoyed them. But eating onions with honey can be truly dangerous. The volatile compound in onions, thiosulfonates, can cause gas formation when consumed. Eating them with honey can worsen your eyesight. And in severe cases, it could even lead to blindness. So, it's essential to avoid consuming them together. While it's not common to eat honey and onions together, sometimes honey is used instead of sugar in dressings for dishes that include onions. So, it's important to remember this and be cautious. Now, the second best food to pair with onions is vinegar. Onions strengthen blood vessel and improve circulation, making them extremely effective in preventing and treating high blood pressure, arteriosclerosis, and heart diseases. Not only that, they're also great for cancer prevention and stimulating insulin secretion, helping in diabetes prevention. When onions and vinegar come together, their medicinal effects are significantly enhanced. The main component of vinegar, acetic acid, serves as a raw material for adrenal cortex hormones in the human body, performing sterilization and detoxification functions. Moreover, the combination of the nerve-calming effects of onions and the stress-relieving actions of vinegar creates an incredible synergy when consumed together. So, try onion pickles and vinegar. They're not only delicious, but also very beneficial for your health. Pay attention, this is a key point for today. Another recommendation I have for you is onion wine, which is really good for your body. It's a miraculous way to absorb every antioxidants in onions. The thing is, these beneficial flavonoids in onions don't dissolve well in water, so even if you consume them, they're not effectively absorbed by our bodies, and are often deactivated by intestinal bacteria. However, when fermented with alcohol, these components are released into the wine, maximizing their absorption in the body. In fact, according to a research paper published by Professor Wei-Fang Chu from Taiwan, a 10-week consumption of onion wine significantly improved blood cholesterol levels. For your health, why not try making onion wine and have a glass daily? Lastly, the third worst way to eat onions for your health is onion rings or fried onions. We often see beautifully fried whole onions or onion rings at fast food restaurants these days. Even healthy onions, when fried, are definitely bad for your body. This is mainly because they are typically fried at high temperatures, resulting in a high content of trans fats compared to other foods. Consuming a lot of trans fats lowers good cholesterol levels and raises bad cholesterol levels. Also, when onions are battered and fried, glycotoxins. These glycotoxins attack our brain cells and cause inflammation. Continually eating such fried foods can lead to chronic inflammation throughout the body. And, ultimately, increase the risk of cardiovascular and brain diseases. For cancer and dementia prevention, it's crucial to avoid fried foods. So, what should we eat with onions then? Now, let me recommend the third and final best food to pair with onions: whole grains and brown rice. Brown rice and whole grains are rich in iron and zinc. When zinc, abundantly found in whole grains, is combined with the sulfur compounds in onions, it greatly enhances immunity. If you've been suffering from frequent coughs and easily catching colds, it's important to include onions and whole grains in your diet. Try eating whole wheat bread with onion soup. Or have a side dish containing onions with a mixed grain rice. It's a really great combination. Lastly, let me share some top health tips for cooking onions. First, lightly frying onions in oil helps in better absorption of nutrients. For this, it's best to use oils that don't oxidize easily, like olive oil or canola oil. Also, rather than cooking onions immediately after cutting them, it's beneficial to let them sit at room temperature for about 15–30 minutes. This is because when onions are exposed to oxygen, their spicy sulfur compounds convert into enzymes that are beneficial for the body. These enzymes actively boost metabolism and are much better at preventing blood clots. So remember this tip. So far, we've explored 3 foods that are the worst to pair with onions, and 3 that are the best. Then it's time to summarize. Instead of honey, onions should be eaten with vinegar and wine. And rather than consuming concentrated onion juice, it's much better to cook onions with meat and chew them well. Also, avoid eating onions as fried food. Stir-frying them lightly with whole grains is a much healthier choice. What do you think? I hope you enjoy onions in the healthiest combinations and protect your well-being. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to subscribe and like. And share with your precious family and friends. I'll always pray for your health and happiness. So far, this has been your Dr. John.